What Sagittarius regrets in their life? If you've ever wondered why the adventurous, free-spirited Sagittarius sometimes looks back with a sigh, you're not alone. The Archer's constant quest for freedom, truth, and new horizons can be a double-edged sword. In this video, we unpack the most common regrets that surface for this fire sign, and more importantly, how they can turn those what-ifs into fresh arrows pointing toward a brighter future. 1. Missing the now while chasing the next destination. Sagittarians thrive on the promise of the next adventure, whether it's a cross-country road trip, a spontaneous weekend getaway, or a deep dive into a new philosophy. In their excitement, they often postpone the present moment, convincing themselves that later will be the perfect time to savor what's right in front of them. Regret: if only I'd slowed down and truly experienced the places I was already in. Shift: practice mindful wandering. Instead of racing to the next landmark, pause. Take note of the scent of pine in a mountain lodge, the texture of a cobblestone street, or the laughter of locals at a cafe. Sagittarians' love of exploration can thrive alongside a richer, more grounded appreciation of each stop. 2. Speaking before filtering. The Archer's honesty is legendary. With a blunt, sometimes brutally straightforward communication style, Sagittarius values truth over tact. Yet that fire-tongued candor can scorch relationships, especially when the truth is delivered without a cushion of empathy. Regret: I wish I had thought before I blurted out that opinion. It hurt people I care about. Shift: pair honesty with compassionate framing. A simple mental pause. Is this truth necessary? And how can I say it kindly? Can preserve both authenticity and connection. Remember, the aim isn't to silence the Sagittarian voice, but to channel it with a softer arrow. 3. Leaving projects half-finished. Sagittarius gets excited about the idea of a project. A new blog, a language, a fitness routine, only to lose interest once the novelty fades. The result? A trail of half-started endeavors that feel like wasted potential. Regret: I started so many things, but I never saw any of them through. Shift: adopt the small action goal, SAG method. Break a project into bite-sized tasks that can be completed in a week. Celebrate each miniature victory. The sense of progress fuels the Sagittarian love for forward motion without overwhelming the desire for novelty. 4. Putting freedom over commitment. Freedom is the Sagittarian's lifeblood, but when it becomes a shield against commitment, whether in love, friendships, or career, regret can creep in. I was afraid to be tied down often echoes later when the void of deep, lasting connections becomes apparent. Regret: I chose endless independence and missed out on deeper bonds. Shift: redefine freedom as the right to choose meaningful ties, not the absence of them. A committed relationship or long-term collaboration can still grant autonomy. It simply adds layers of shared growth and support. 5. Neglecting self-care in the pursuit of adventure. The Archer's boundless energy can mask an underlying neglect of physical and emotional health. Late-night parties, erratic sleep, and a no-limits mindset sometimes lead to burnout. Regret: I thought I could keep going forever, but my body and mind finally said stop. Shift: schedule regular check-ins with yourself, just as you would with a travel itinerary. A weekly meditation, a consistent sleep schedule, or a simple routine of stretching can become the new must-see destination on the Sagittarian map. Turning regret into the next great arrow. Regret for a Sagittarius is not a permanent scar, but a compass point, indicating where the arrow needs to be recalibrated. By honoring their love for truth, freedom, and exploration, while weaving in mindfulness, empathy, and consistency, Sagittarians can transform past what-ifs into future why-nots. Takeaway: embrace the Archer's innate optimism, but remember that a well-aimed arrow lands best when the bow is steady. When Sagittarius learns to balance their fire with a touch of earth, every path they walk becomes a richer, more rewarding adventure.